Okay, guys, welcome back to Behind the Screen series. This is my third lecture, and I'm going to show you about behind the screen and some techniques in Windows. Since I've been using Windows for a long time, so I have some simulator here which you can use. So I'm going to show you. Last time I showed you terminal in our MacBook, right, which is behind the screen. But today I'll show you the Windows. So you can see here that I have a Windows operating system. You can see this Windows operating system is very cool. And what you can do is you can definitely see the lot of things on the Windows operating system, right? So I'll go and show you that whenever you start Windows, you see this start button here. In the start button, normally you see the run command. And because in Windows, you always see folders on your desktop, right? Like this is the ABC folder on your desktop, right? And if you double click on this folder, you see there are no files in this. This folder is blank. I'm going to show you how you can see the folders in your DOS prompt, right? Because in Windows, there is also a prompt called disk operating system prompt, or you can say Windows prompt or console, where you can write some commands. So let me close this one and I'll show you how to start with this prompt. So what you will do is if you click the start button here and you go click run, and there is a command that's called command. When you write command here, actually you start, it will take you back to the DOS prompt, right? And this prompt will actually, it's Windows 95, very old, right? But you can write dir command like directory, and it will tell you what are the files are there on your directory, on your in your desktop, right? Because you are currently in the Windows folder. Under Windows folder, there is a desktop folder, right? And desktop is actually this desktop. You see in the green. So you see this ABC folder. You can see this ABC dir. It's a directory. So let's say if you want to create one more directory on your desktop, you will write mkdir, which means make directory. And you can write here Soulful Explorer, right? When you write this, you will see that this directory is created here on the desktop. Mkdir means make directory, and I created this directory. Now, if I double click on directory, this is empty. You see, there's no files. So I can write here, I want to go inside this directory. I will write cd Soulful Explorer. Now I am, sorry, cd. So there could be something wrong with cd soul Soulful X. Okay, I forgot L, right? I forgot P. So anyways, right? So now you are inside this directory, and if you write dir here directory, you will see no files, right? All these two dots are different to go to home directory. So cd is a command, change directory, and you can go inside this folder, cd and the folder name. So now you are inside the folder and you see there are no files. Now let me move one file into this folder, right? How do I move one more file? I will make a file here. How do you make file? You can open a notepad and you can go into the programs. In the accessories, there is a notepad. Okay, you open a notepad here and you can write, this is my file for testing. And I can save this file, save as. And when you save a file, it asks you, is it going to be a text document? You can say yes, this is my first file, okay? Or you can write here anything, right? Testing. Now this is a text file, okay, because text file you have extension txt, and you want to save it under the Soulful Explorer. So I double click on that and I'm going to save it here. When I click save, this file is saved into this folder. You can see this. You see this testing file, right? It's here under the folder. Now, when you are on the DOS prompt here, how do you see this file? You are going to write dir, and it will tell you this testing.txt is a file that has a 27 bytes, and the file name is testing.txt, and it is created at 5:07 p.m. and the date is 4/25/2024, right? So you can see that you can create a file in the notepad and save it into the folder, and you can also see this file in the DOS prompt, right? So this is behind the screen. So what I'm trying to tell you is that This is your DOS prompt where you can use certain command like dir. You can see all the files inside this folder. If I move this folder inside this folder, let's say ABC folder inside Soulful Explorer, right? You see now this folder is gone. If I write dir here, you will see there is a folder because this is not a file. Testing file is there and ABC folder is there. How do you know ABC is a folder? Because it says dir, right? Now it says dir, it means a directory. So actually the concept of this file management, when the disk operating system was developed by Microsoft, MS-DOS, so they developed Windows operating system, but they continued this MS-DOS prompt into the Windows operating system. They continued to release that disk operating system prompt into Windows. So the people who know Windows or people who know DOS, they will not left out. And still, if you use the latest Windows, you can go to the command line and write these commands, right? How do you go to the command line in latest Windows? You have to click the start button and you have to click run. Instead of CMD, you have to write instead of command, you have to write CMD. Since I have this virtual Windows right now, I mean, it's not the real Windows, I'm on the Mac machine, but I'm just showing you that how you can go to the command line and write down these commands. So there are a lot of other commands you can find out if you go to Google or ChatGPT and write down what are the DOS commands or what are the command I can execute in the on the command line in Windows. You'll get a lot of commands, right? So dir has a lot of switch, right? If you write dir/w, it will give you width-wise. You write dir/ad, it will give you only directory, right? If you write dir /s, it will give you system files, right? So like that, you can see you can write cd and dot dot. You go backwards because you come back to the desktop. If you write cd only, you come to the home folder, right, which is your desktop. And again, you want to go to the like another folder like Soulful Explorer. You can write cd and Soulful Explorer, cd soul soulful. I mistakenly I just have a spelling mistake. I'm inside Soulful Explorer. I can write dir. So the thing is different between this and this is the same. The only thing is, right, you can see this folder in the yellow icon, but here you see folder as a dir, is a directory, right? It's a directory. If you go to my computer, you can see there are Windows directory, program files, there is DOS, but there are other files. This command is a file, okay? This is a file. How do you know it's a file? It's not a yellow icon. If you want to see this file, you have to go to the root C prompt, right? I don't know whether I can go to the root. Here I can try cd c : enter, or I can write cd. Okay, because it doesn't let me, because it's a virtual Windows. I can go to the home directory. Yeah, invalid switch, right? So it doesn't let me to go there. cd root. Yeah, because I can clear the screen. So if I can go on the root prompt like C prompt, then I can see all these files, right? CMD. So CMD is a file. How do I know it's a file? Because it's not yellow. You can right click on this and you can go to properties. It will tell you this is an application and it's a executable file, right? .com. .com and .exe are the executable file. So that is why whenever you run this CMD command line on this open, you can click OK and it will execute and bring you a DOS prompt. So this is the way we used to execute the file in the olden days, right? I can show you some more virtual stuff, right, in the next series, where you can learn more about the behind the screen on the Windows. And sometime I will record my lecture in the real Windows, and I'll show you how you can interact with your DOS commands or the console in your Windows, right? Thanks for watching and see you next time. Thank you.